Everyone thinks that making money with a personal brand is about getting millions of followers or getting millions of views. They're dead wrong. So today I'm going to explain exactly how you can build a very niche personal brand and make a ton of money doing so. You see, I know a guy with 2.5 million followers that barely takes home 15K a month. I also know a guy with about 60,000 followers that makes 2.6 million a month. There's a huge difference between being an influencer and having a personal brand. An influencer is someone that's good at getting views. That's it. They've built a following, but they haven't built a business. And at the end of the day, a personal brand is just like a business. You're catering to a specific set of people for a very specific problem. And if you solve that problem, if you create that value, you make a lot of money. You see, the influencers, they post for likes, views, followers. They're addicted to virality and the dopamine hit they get when they get those vanity metrics from posting that type of content. And the reason they do this is because they are desperate for brand deals, right? That's what they think makes money. But if this is the kind of following you have, if this is the kind of content you make, you don't own your audience. You don't even own your own income. These people, they're trapped in a cycle of dancing for views because that's what pays the bills. And you've essentially traded your 9-to-5 for a full-time job that's always keeping you stressed. And the worst part about it is, eventually when the views stop, you could be fucked. It actually genuinely pisses me off because deep down, these influencers aren't free. They look like they've made it, but they're just employees. Employees of brands, employees of platforms, and whatever is trending that week. Now compare that to someone who's built an intentional personal brand. These guys don't post for views, they post for impact, right? It doesn't matter if they get 1 million views or 100,000 views. 1,000 views might be all they need. They're cultivating their audience by providing value. And once they do that, then they own their audience. And as such, they own their income. But behind the content, there's an actual business. There's a system that allows them to print money regardless of whether or not they go viral. And so this video is about exactly that. How to build a personal brand that actually makes you money. I'll show you the exact principles that I've used to grow a multi-7-figure personal brand, the painful mistakes that have cost me multi-6 figures, and the step-by-step framework that you can use to follow it. By the end of this video, you won't just know exactly how to start a personal brand, you'll know how to monetize it. If you're new here, here's a quick intro on myself. I've spent the past 2.5-3 years building a men's activewear brand. It's one of the fastest growing men's activewear brands in the country, and I've also been documenting the entire process on social media. This year we'll hit 8 figures in total sales. I'm so well connected in the young entrepreneur space that I launched my own private networking group that costs now $7,500 to join. And I had over 1,000 people apply in less than a half a year. I also just launched my own personal brand coaching program, which I'll make probably close to 7 figures this year with. I've learned how to monetize my brand the right way, not only so I can make money in the short term, but so that I can build brand value long term. My brand Haas is going to become one of the fastest growing activewear brands in history, and I don't even have to take money out of it because I make money off of my personal brand. This is the ideal scenario because I'm getting cash now, but I'm building an asset that I can sell in the future. Most of these course gurus out here, they make a lot of money right now, but they can't sell that. They can't have a big exit one day. Or most importantly, something that people will remember them for beyond just selling a course. Anyway, let's get into it. Followers don't mean shit, okay? At least not today, unless you have the right product to share with them. Followers only matter when they know who you are, when they trust you, and when you know how to convert them. And conversion only happens when you have the right offer for your audience. That's called product market fit. If your audience wants apples and you're selling oranges, it doesn't matter how great your oranges are, they're not gonna buy them. I realized this myself. I started a clothing brand and I posted about it every once in a while, but my posts didn't really bring much attention to the business because my content wasn't even about clothes or fashion or even fitness. My content was about business. I didn't actually start making money on social media until I created the perfect product for the type of person watching my videos. I've seen creators with just 100,000 niche-aligned followers that make significantly more money than guys with millions of followers. The way you need to look at it is if you have a product that you're selling, let's say for me, it's my networking group, which I charge $7,500 to join. I don't need 1 million views because I only let in 25 people every 3 months. So I only need 25 of the right views in order to make a little under $200,000. So that's where catering your content comes into play. Let me explain to you guys how I messed up on this big time. I started an activewear brand in college called Haas, which I've now mentioned. I love the brand. I love building it. I love everything about it. And that is what my passion is. So naturally, I thought that my audience would too. But I was wrong. My personal brand was built around business and entrepreneurship, not fitness or clothing. So every time I tried to promote the clothes I was dropping, my audience just didn't care. There'd be a few people that wanted to support me and they bought it and they liked the gear, but it wasn't a lot. And I won't lie, I didn't understand this at first, and I tried to really force it. I would post tons of ads on my page talking about the products, TikTok shop videos, and they did decent, but it wasn't really making me any money. At least not what I could have been making with the value of my platform. Here's where I turned things around. I looked closely at my audience, at my content, and I realized that my audience was young entrepreneurs. People that resonated with my stories, that resonated with me talking about my fuck-ups, my failures, my L's, right? Guys that were also going through the same thing. So naturally, my audience didn't care about clothes or activewear or fitness. They cared about stuff relating to business, stuff relating to a personal brand, how much a personal brand helped me meet the right people to grow my business. I pretty much completely cut out content that was trying to sell products for my main business. The business was still doing really well and I'm still growing that, but I've put systems in place so that way that other people can sell those products. Creators, fitness influencers, models, guys that people actually want to see talking about the products, not me. And what I did was I built something that fit my audience perfectly. It's called Outliers. It's not a course or a mastermind because I know that would get me shit from my audience. It's a private high-growth network where young, successful guys can connect, meet each other, collaborate, and build together. And the beauty about this product is I can actually provide a lot of value with it without taking a ton of time away from my main business, and it only becomes more valuable as my brand grows. Now here's where it gets strategic. If I'm making over 6 figures every 3 months and it's all pure profit from Outliers, why would I not just focus on that? Outliers is short-term cash. Haas is long-term wealth. Haas is my legacy. It's a way slower process because it's a physical product and we're limited by inventory and supply chain and also just seasonal demand. Most creators screw this up. They go all in on fast cash and they never build something lasting. Or they focus on the opposite, like what I was originally doing. They focus on a business which they can't really pull money out of, like an e-commerce brand, because all the money needs to go back in, and then they're barely able to survive. What you need if you have a personal brand is both. You need a long-term business and you need a short-term cash cow. And guess what? You can use your personal brand to fuel both. Now here's exactly how you can do this too. Step 1, identify your niche and your real audience. What message and value do you want to deliver to the world? Not what is going to get you views and likes and followers, but like, what do you want to be known for? Who do you want to provide value to? And what do you want to build your audience around? That's your starting point. Step 2, find the pain point. What keeps them up at night? What are they struggling with right now? For me, since I had a lot of young entrepreneurs that followed me, a big pain point for them was isolation and just not knowing a lot of other young, successful people. I used my platform as a bridge to connect everybody. Step 3, create content that actually solves that pain. Even though I have a networking group and I provide this access to other people, I still make content that gives away value for free. I just launched a personal branding mentorship program for 10 successful entrepreneurs. I still make tons and tons of short form and long form videos on YouTube giving away sauce for free. No one's going to buy from you if they don't trust you. And the only way to build that trust is by giving away value for free. Give away so much value for free that people feel like they have to give you their money because they know that it will be valuable. Your free content should genuinely solve 10% of whatever problem you're talking about. Your paid stuff solves the rest. Step 4, build an offer that naturally feels like the next step. Don't sell what you want to sell what your audience wants to buy. Sell what your audience needs, right? That alignment is everything. Step number 5, play both games, fast cash and legacy. Have some sort of offer that prints cash and a long-term play that builds equity and freedom. Use the first to fuel the second. If I don't have to take any money out of my main business because I'm making money from Outliers in my coaching program, then I can keep all my money in Haas, which means it can grow even faster, and I have higher profit if I ever want to sell it. So look, building a personal brand isn't just about dancing for the algorithm. It's about solving real problems for real people and creating a system that actually makes you money while you sleep. Most creators are chasing likes. You want to chase freedom. And if you're gonna take the time and make the effort to post content, to get shit on by everybody, to maybe even risk you losing your job or risk you losing respect from people, you might as well do it the right way. Anyone can start a personal brand. You don't need to be skilled at something. You don't even need to have a good story. You just need to get good at storytelling.